Hi, my name is Vivian Crow, and I was raised into an adopted family. I was adopted at 4 months old. My dad is Native American and white, and my mom is white. And I am Native American, African American, and white. One strength that I would definitely say about being raised into a family that's not exactly like you is that I've learned that just because you aren't the same as who you live with and who raised you, it's definitely that blood doesn't mean family, and that as long as you love each other and support each other, you guys can be family. One struggle that I found myself really noticing around high school, and especially when I was younger, but not as much, I would say more in high school, middle school, is figuring out where I belong. Basically saying, like, I'm too this or not enough of this, and it's really hard to fit in, and I feel like everywhere I go and like groups of people that I hang out with, I have to be more like them or change myself so that they will like me and accept me as a person and not just for who I am. So as I was saying, my dad's side of the family, well, my grandfather's side of the family is Native American, and my grandfather lived on the Native American reservation until he was about 6 or 7. He ended up becoming sick, and that made him hearing impaired and unfortunately deaf. So he had to go to the North Carolina School of the Deaf. So he didn't live on the reservation, but his siblings still do, and most of my dad's side of the family still lives on the reservation. And after watching the video, I didn't know many things about the reservation, but I thought it was cool to learn more because as growing up, I really just thought that the only reservation, like Native American reservation, was the one in Cherokee where most of my family lives. So I thought it was cool, as the video stated, that there was about 326 reservations across the U.S. So I thought that was very interesting to learn and know that there's still more reservations besides just the Cherokee one where most of my family lives. Okay, so I was reading chapter 2. Something that really was interesting to me, or one of the things that was interesting to me, is that in same-sex marriages, especially for men, it is a problem when it comes to competing, and that men are very competitive. And I didn't really think about that, so I thought it was interesting to learn that sometimes it causes stress on marriages because a lot of men are competing with each other, so it can cause problems and issues, especially in same-sex marriages. Another thing that I found cool, or not cool, like interesting, was about interracial families, how they are more prone to divorce and struggles with stress and basically prone to divorce. And I thought that was interesting because my grandma and grandpa, my grandma, she's white, and my grandfather is Native American and white, and then my mom's white, and my dad is Native American and white. And I never really thought that to be an issue because, none of those couples, like my mom, my dad, and my grandpa, and my grandma, they were never, or as I saw, they were never arguing or had any stress. So I didn't really know that, so I thought that it was interesting to learn.